I'm to work on Black Friday, which we will be probably.
Yeah.
I would imagine.
So, yeah. So what? This is our Thanksgiving show, such as it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
So how are you? What are you
We
doing?
didn't have a show last Thursday because I was ill.
Yeah.
My kids were sick too, which is weird because they were here the weekend before. But it took like a few days for me. I think my son got sick on like Monday or Tuesday. And then me, I got it, I think, Wednesday night. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was just quick.
Yeah.
Quick. I don't know what it was.
Yeah. I mean, there's stuff going around though.
Yeah, but it's not any congestion stuff.
Yeah.
It was more, stomach and
Yep.
the unfun stuff. Well, none of it's fun. There's COVID going around again.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've heard people like, "Oh, I tested positive." It's like, stop saying that word. I shouldn't have said it right there. Shame on you.
It's like the curse.
Next thing you know, there's going to be people with masks. Actually, I saw somebody with a mask on the other day.
Yeah.
No, I'm not doing it again, BC.
Me neither, man.
That was miserable, man. that was miserable.
Yeah.
Miserable. Hot, too. Like, I'm already hot as it is. Like,
Yeah.
I just run hot.
Right.
So, like, anything extra is like, nah.
Yeah. So what are you doing for Thanksgiving?
Just going to my mom and dad's. Us three, that's it.
Cool. Well, we're staying here too, and going over to Tanya's sister's house. But the thing I like about Thanksgiving holiday is like there's 4 days. If you take off Friday, which we're not going to be open on Friday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Well,
I mean,
I'll probably work.
I'll
on
probably
Friday.
be working Friday doing some stuff, but yeah. No, it's like the one holiday of the year that if you have family coming to town, you can plan 4 days or 3 days worth of stuff,
Yeah.
hanging out. I really enjoy.
I don't have any plans per se. I just, I don't know. I'm sure I'll FaceTime with the kids a little bit. And
Yeah.
there's no sports. Well, I mean, there's sports, but no local sports.
Yeah.
I'll talk about that later when we get to the sports segment.
Okay. Well,
But there's nothing local going on. There is isn't there a turkey trot here in town? I think there is.
maybe that
where
was
they were,
yeah.
or like
But
the-
do they do that on?
I wouldn't know
Thanksgiving
nothing
Day?
about that.
Or
'cause
maybe
you ain't
on
gonna catch
Friday.
me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm not trotting.
I've done one in my life. It was probably, I don't know, 10 years ago maybe.
Yeah.
And I did it with the kids and yeah, it was miserable, man.
Yeah.
I don't enjoy running. I mean, there's nothing fun about running.
Yeah.
It's when you're my size, running is hard on your joints too.
Yeah. Well,
I do like walking.
Yeah. Well, and since I had my knee replaced, I'm still restricted. I tell you,
Well, you ain't gonna be out running anyways. There's no you have no business.
I wasn't running before.
Yeah, there's no business. I mean, get on an exercise bike. That's what my mom does, or walk. I walk. I like walking.
Yeah. Well, do you want to do sports?
Let's do it.
All right.
EOU men's basketball split the weekend at home in the Quinn Classic. Let me give a little bit of love to one of my sponsors first. Rockin' Sons Tire and Auto. Man, JB and the boys, it's wintertime. Go get your tires, man. They have all kinds of tires that you can choose from. You can look online and anything you need for your car, go see JB and the boys. So this weekend, Quinn Classic. Men's basketball, they went 1-1 over the weekend. They beat Carroll College 73-69 on Friday in overtime. And then they turned around and lost to Montana Western for the second time this year, 89-83. They're currently 1-4 on the season, but this is all preseason stuff. I'm not worried. This team's going to be really good. I'm going to pick them. I think the CCC picked them in the coaches poll to finish fourth. I'm going to go ahead and say they finished second. That's my prediction for this EOU men's basketball team. I think C of I is going to return as conference champions. I don't think they're going to win another national championship like they did last year, but I think C of I will still be at the top of the CCC. Congratulations to Garrett Hawks from EOU men's basketball. He won CCC Player of the Week for the second consecutive week. He had a really good weekend. And the men's basketball team will play again on the road at OIT in Klamath Falls on December 1st. So they got a nice break for Thanksgiving. The women's basketball team, however, don't have a nice break. Well, yeah, they do have a really nice break for Thanksgiving. Let me rephrase that. When your coach is also the AD and you play in Hawaii, you get to go on a Monday and not play till Friday. They went on Monday. They got there on Monday, BC. They don't
Hawaii?
have a game until Friday. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, you're putting that together?
Yeah.
Okay.
They're 3-0. They had a big win over Simpson this last weekend, 71-41. And this Friday they play Stanislaus State in Hawaii. And yeah, that's the volleyball team got to go to Hawaii. The women's basketball, which is cool. I mean, they raised the money to do it, and they don't have a huge budget. You know what I mean? So some of that's fundraising, and you know, if they're doing it, do it. You know what I mean? May as well go and enjoy it. The women's volleyball team, they loved it in Hawaii this year. They all talked about how much fun they had, and it's a good trip, especially at the beginning of the season, to just kind of get some camaraderie, spend some time with your teammates, and get you in a position to try to repeat as CCC champions. And I predict they will. I mean, I think they're the best team in the CCC. They're 17th in the country right now, and they're only going to go up from here, I think.
Yeah.
EOU Volleyball won their first round play-in game, I should say, in the national tournament against Xavier of Louisiana on Saturday in typical fashion. They swept them. I mean, I think they have like 20 sweeps this year, which is unheard of. They're like 32-1 now. They go into pool play. But before we go to talk about pool play, let's look at some of the pictures from this Saturday. That's basketball, Benny. There we go. There's some volleyball. That was my fault. I put them in the wrong order. Anyways, that's this girl right here. She should have been CCC All-Conference. She got robbed in my eyes. Kiana Mack. She's a sophomore. Let's
just keep rolling, Benny.
Miley, Big My is her nickname. She's been on my show. Every match, this girl gives me at least 10 pictures like that. Every match.
She's enthusiastic.
5-time setter of the week, co-setter of the year in the CCC, Alexis McMurtry. And finally, the team. And that win over Xavier of Louisiana. That's got to be tough to be a team like Xavier of Louisiana, to come all the way here for one game, get swept, and then turn around and get on the plane and fly all the way back home and be done. Your season's done.
Yeah.
I mean, that's tough. We don't generally lose the play-in round game because we're usually pretty high ranked.
Right.
So, you know what I mean? It would have been a heartbreak if EOU loses right there, because then they don't even get to go into pool play. In their pool play round, they play Valley City University on Wednesday, November 29th, and then they turn around and play Montana Tech on December 1st. And whoever has the best record, with the tiebreaker being head-to-head and then sets and then points, moves on from there into the bracket round. So, I mean, we know what Montana Tech has. They beat C of I in their playing game, which is C of I's in our conference, and they beat them 3-1. We shouldn't have any trouble. We're ranked number 3 in the country. I think Valley City U is like I want to say 17, and Montana Tech's 12. So, I mean, it kind of breaks down like that. If you're the number 1 seed overall, you play like the last seed and a middle seed. I think we should have no problems advancing to the. I mean, this team has a chance at winning a national championship. I don't want to jinx them, but they really do, BC. It's crazy, which would be the first team national championship ever for EOU. Everybody wants to say, oh, in 1981, the club cross-country ski team won that. Well, yeah, that's not a real team. I don't care about that. Like, it's not a school-sanctioned team.
Right.
Like, this is a school-sanctioned conference team that legitimately has a shot at a national championship, which is awesome.
So when is that ongoing? When is that happening?
I said the dates.
I know, but tell me again. Sorry, I wasn't listening. So just
they heard it. November 29th and December 1st is the first 2 games of the year.
You asked.
And then, well, I mean,
Yeah. So and so
November
then
29th, December 1st.
okay, and so like it's all over on December 1st.
No, that's the.
Okay, that's what I'm
pool
asking, dude.
Well,
Yeah.
I explained that too.
Okay.
Pool play,
Okay.
November 20th, and then the winner of that pool moves on to the bracketed play,
Which
is over
the
that next week.
dates
Yeah, I
or
don't
what?
know the dates
Okay. Yeah. So
exactly.
that's what I'm asking.
Yeah,
So.
no
Yeah.
idea.
So I mean, if somebody wanted to tune in to when, if they are like the final games.
Yeah, I'll have that information, like before the final games.
So, but are they doing the pool play and the national championships all at the same location?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sioux City, Iowa.
Okay.
It all once you win your playing game, you're to the final site, is what it's called. And
Okay.
The pool play, everything takes place in Sioux City, Iowa. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
November 29th, December 1st are the first two games for EOU. They're both at 1:00.
Okay.
Central time, so it'd be 11:00 our time.
Okay. All right.
And if you want to watch it, you can just go to eousports.com, click on the volleyball schedule, and then watch live. And
Yeah.
I think it's like $10 or $8. It changes. The finals, though, so once we get to the semifinals and the finals are on ESPN3. So,
Oh, cool.
So you can watch it there if you have ESPN3.
Yeah. All righty.
Yeah.
So, did you watch the Monday night football game between KC and?
I did. Most of it.
Yeah. Those two though are in different divisions.
One's
though, right?
NFC, one's AFC.
So what was the
They played in the
purpose of
Super
that
Bowl
game?
last year.
Right, but what was
You always play a few games so you play people in your division twice.
right? Okay.
And then it rotates based on what division you play in your own conference, and then you play one division in the NFC.
Okay.
So this is Kansas City's year to play the Eagles division in the NFC.
So it just worked out that they.
Yeah, it just happened to be.
Yeah.
And they played in the Super Bowl last year, and the Kelsey brothers are
Yeah.
really popular right now.
Right. No. And did those games count to their overall?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's your record. It doesn't count in your division record, but your division record doesn't matter unless you're tied. Okay. So it would be a tiebreaker, but your overall record is what gets you your place in the playoffs.
Yeah.
And then if you're tied, they go to division.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're not even in the same conference.
Right. Yeah. No. And that's why I enjoyed the game, but
It
about
happens.
halfway through it, I'm
Every
like,
team plays a whole division in the other conference every year.
okay.
So like if the Chargers, Chargers are in the AFC. If it's their NFC West year, then they would play Seattle, Los Angeles, the 49ers, and I'm having a brain fart. Who else is in the NFC? Oh, Arizona Cardinals.
Yeah.
So they would play those four teams out of the NFC one year. And then the next year they'll play the NFC Central. And then the next week, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it just rotates like that.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Morning Sports Report brought to you by Rockin' Sons Tire and Auto. Go see JB and the boys.
Good stuff.
I went and saw JB and the boys yesterday.
I saw.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, they're doing good down there. Well, everybody was out on runs, which is, there was only a couple guys in the shop. They're busy right now.
Yeah.
It's a busy time of year.
Well, and it's the tire. This is the time to change your studs over, right?
Absolutely,
Yeah,
yeah.
they're like totally slammed this time of year.
Slammed.
Yeah. So let's check it. Yeah. So if you haven't figured out, today is the show is just a little bit different because we're doing less here, and Benny is running more of our stuff, all of our stuff, out of the control room. So we're still trying to get into that jive. So it's just a little bit, it's different than what it has. So let's take a look outside at the weather, and it's like one of those fall days. Yeah. A little drizzly, a little cold. I don't know. What do you call that?
Yeah, crap. That's what I call it.
Yeah, not real excited. And then let's take a look at the weather graphic. So high of 43 today.
It's colder than it has been.
Yeah. Tomorrow high of 39, and this weekend it looks like it's. I don't think it's on the graphic, but on Saturday and Sunday it's supposed to be sunny, but still not above 45. So.
Does Benny have the ability to send us to a break?
Yeah, and we're going to take one.
Benny, ship us.
Yeah.
Eastern Oregon is full of interesting people, with interesting minds and interesting things to say. Here at EO Live, we're committed to connecting you to these intriguing people with EO Talks. We let our special guests share their ideas and life experiences with deep, open, engaging, and inquisitive conversations. You'll also be informed in depth on some of the most recent and relevant events, issues, and more. EO Talks on EO Live, your connection to Eastern Oregon. Now... Here in Eastern Oregon, we're blessed to live in such a wonderful area, and though it may seem mild-mannered, there's actually quite a lot that goes on in this area. And apparently, there's two dinguses who happen to be here that are actually crazy enough to get up at the crack of dawn to talk about it. Tune in to AM Live on EOA with Brent and Doddsy, featuring special guests, weather, sports, news, and more, every Tuesday and Thursday at 8 a.m., only on EOA Live, your connection to Eastern Oregon, now on Roku.
All right, we're back with our new means and ways. Yeah, sorry, we're
figuring it out.
Yeah, we're figuring it out. Yeah,
we are.
So, so you guys went and did some interviews. When do you want to play those?
Yeah, we can do it now. We just went and visited some of the sponsors, and then Benny kind of walked around and talked to people about Thanksgiving and what they're thankful for.
Yeah,
let's rock it.
So what are you thankful for, Darren?
I am thankful for my mother.
Hello, I'm Kevin Reed with Reed & Associates. Happy Thanksgiving, and I'm thankful to be a part of this community.
Hello, this season I am thankful for my family and good health.
Hey there everybody, Dana here with Buffalo Peak Golf Course in beautiful Union, Oregon. Just wanted to come on here and give you a couple of things that I'm thankful for. I'm thankful for my family, my community, and Buffalo Peak Golf Course in beautiful Union, Oregon. It's a great place. We're truly blessed to live where we do. Thank you, and have a great Thanksgiving.
I'm thankful for my family, my fiance, and being part of the EOA network team.
Mike and Sean Daggett here at Northwest Furniture. We're thankful for family and this beautiful community we have, and happy Thanksgiving to everyone.
Happy Thanksgiving. Hey, EO Live, this is your producer, and I am thankful for all of my coworkers and all the great things EO Live has done throughout all the years.
This Thanksgiving, I'm thankful for my family and my sobriety.
Hi, I'm Joe Brown with The Hobby Habit. Just want to say happy Thanksgiving, and I am thankful for my family.
This Thanksgiving, I'm thankful for friends, family, my wife, Dr. Mandy John Drea, and our awesome son celebrating his first Thanksgiving. So excited about that.
Hello, Justin Rock with Rock & Sons and the Mayor of LeGrand. I am thankful for my community and my family. Happy Thanksgiving.
Thinking about grandkids when I see my grandkids, you know. They don't care what your day was like. They don't care what's going on in the world. They don't care. They're just happy to see you, you know. And it kind of brings you to right now. So I'm thankful for, you know, we just live. I live a really blessed life.
Yeah.
And that people use that term a lot. It seems pretty trite, but it you know, when you kind of sit down and take inventory of what's going on and the way you feel and the things you have in your life, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. How about you?
I'm thankful for my family, my community, my job. Yeah, just glad I'm thankful that I came back home. It's where I needed to be.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, that's the most important things.
Yeah.
I'm thankful, just to be here, to be breathing.
Yeah.
It's always good.
Yeah, well, it's funny. I was at Rotary yesterday. I asked the members, what they're thankful for. And Eric Valentine, who fell off the cliff earlier this life, and it's like, I'm thankful to be alive. It's like, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's obviously, I feel like I'm getting to that age where like more people that I grew up with are dying.
Right.
And it's like, man, I gotta be attitude of gratitude every day. Like,
yeah,
I'm grateful to just be here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What do you call rain on Thanksgiving Day?
Rain on Thanksgiving Day?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Foul weather. The first Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
The Mayflower Pilgrims. This is what they say.
Okay.
They had a 3-day meal with the Wampanoag tribe in 1621.
Okay.
There's 4 towns named Turkey in the USA.
Really?
Yeah. There's one in Texas, one in Arizona, one in Louisiana, and one in North Carolina. Crazy, huh?
Yeah.
Like, who names a town Turkey?
Yeah.
It's like,
can you imagine that city council getting together, or that town? Or, what should we call ourselves? Let's call ourselves Turkey.
Turkey.
Yeah.
Turkey.
Yeah.
How many turkeys do you think are prepared in the U.S. on Thanksgiving?
Oh man,
roughly?
I watched a reality show not too long ago about farmers who they were doing it. They had traditional crops and so on and so forth, but they decided to get into the turkey business also.
I have friends in California that raise turkeys. It's gross.
Yeah, it's
loud.
a thing.
It's loud and it's disgusting. You know what's crazy? They put them in these big, long buildings by how far advanced they are in their growing.
Yeah.
And there's like 30,000 birds in each one of these things, right?
Yeah.
Or maybe even more.
Right.
And the way they have these big propane heaters that hang from the ceiling to keep them warm, and the way they all pile up underneath these heaters, and the way they keep them from suffocating each other are there's these big old arms on the ground that
keep
spin around and keep
interesting.
moving the turkeys. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was surprised at how technical. I mean, it's like super. The show that I was watching, all of a sudden the water consumption of this group of turkeys went down. And so they knew that something was wrong, some disease, or the health of those birds were,
Yeah, well, I mean, if you do something for 30, 40 years, you probably figure that out. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, well, their advancement was but they had gauges. I mean, they knew exactly how much water the turkeys were consuming and what the feed and so then
same at this farm that I was at.
Yeah.
46 million turkeys are consumed in the USA.
46 million, wow.
2 football teams play on Thanksgiving every year. Who are they? You know? There's only 2 that play every year. America's team and one other team.
So... And they play on Thanksgiving?
Every year on
Really?
Thanksgiving. Yep, there's at least 2 games every year on Thanksgiving.
Okay.
It's these 2 teams, Dallas Cowboys and Detroit Lions, play every year on Thanksgiving. And the Lions have played every Thanksgiving since 1934. And the Cowboys have played ever since 1966.
Yeah.
So it's not like a new thing. I
tell you what's funny, I saw an advertisement the other day, and there's a football game, and I don't remember who the teams, but they're advertising it on Prime as Black Friday. Okay, the Black Friday football game, and the whole commercial was in black and white, and it was mostly featuring black players, all of the black players. So it was so strange to me in this culture that we're in, where, I mean, there are a lot of people that have gone away. We don't call it Black Friday. We call it something else because of the racial connotations. And Amazon Prime, who is carrying this game, I mean, they were totally leaning into it. Like Black Friday football, Yeah. Anyhow, it was
Yeah,
it was just
I
kind of
haven't
it was
seen
an
it.
interesting
It's crazy.
marketing thing.
October 3rd, 1863 was when Abraham Lincoln declared Thanksgiving a national holiday. 13% of Americans don't eat at home on Thanksgiving. They get takeout or go out.
Really?
13%. Yeah.
13. Wow.
Yeah, well, probably mainly like older people, you know, or people that don't have family. They probably get. How many? Yeah, Americans consume 3 billion calories on Thanksgiving.
Wow.
Average number of calories a person consumes on Thanksgiving Day. How many do you think?
I'm gonna guess 3,500.
It's close. It's 4,500.
4,500. Okay. Yeah.
4,500.
Yeah.
It takes 9 hours and 27 minutes to burn 4,500 calories for an average adult male.
9 hours.
Yeah. 27 minutes. Yeah.
You know what's funny? I saw a video the other day of an athlete, a runner, and he eats a 500 calorie donut or something like that, and then
there's a guy that does those.
And then he
videos.
runs,
Yeah,
and it's
yeah.
like, I mean, he runs
to
for
run
an
for like
hour and 5 minutes to burn,
I've
500 calories. Yeah, it's
I've
like
seen that guy.
that is just nuts.
Yeah, it just shows you, like, hey, that candy bar is like 3 hours of exercise.
That's right.
According to a poll, what Thanksgiving side dish is the least popular amongst Americans?
Thanksgiving side dish.
Yeah. This one should be easy.
I would say
Least
cranberry, but no,
No, you get one more guess.
Olives.
Green bean casserole.
Really?
Yeah.
The least favorite?
Yeah. Kids don't like green bean casserole.
Yeah.
I remember when I was a kid, I didn't like it. But as I've grown,
Yeah.
I like it now. What year did a Charlie Brown Thanksgiving debut on television?
I was probably a kid.
Yeah, you were. Well,
I was going to say.
might be about in your teens.
Yeah, I mean, say mid-60s.
Mid-70s.
Mid-70s.
1973.
Okay. Yeah.
Are pumpkins technically a fruit or a vegetable?
I don't know.
They're
Fruit.
a fruit. Yeah,
Yeah,
they are a fruit, which is
Wow,
weird.
Weird. Yeah.
The very first Thanksgiving feast. I already said this once. What year was it? That's a hard one.
You did. When was it? It was like, what, 16?
21. 1621.
Is that okay?
What state produces the most cranberries? I thought this was Oregon, but I was wrong. Because Oregon produces a lot of cranberries.
Do they?
Down south, yeah.
Yeah.
On the coast. Not Silet's, Coquille area. The coast down
What's the
southern.
cranberries down there? California.
Wisconsin.
Wisconsin.
Yeah, which is, I mean, you need water. You have to have water to cranberries grow in water.
Oh, do they?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like they're, oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, there's one of those commercials of the cranberry makers and they're waist deep. And
it's crazy, man.
Yeah.
I've seen a couple of videos. I have a friend that I met when I lived in Western Oregon that was from Southern Oregon, and his family had a cranberry farm, and he said it's terrible working on it. I'm sure it is. You're just wet all the time, I would imagine.
Wow. So it's kind of like it kind of grows in swampy type stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got the plants in the water. You don't have to. No, not a fan of that. No. Yeah, there's not much more than that, BC. I mean, I got you a whole list of stuff that happens on Thanksgiving.
Yeah. That's good stuff, man. All right. Well.
It's going to be a short show today.
Yeah,
I
that's
think.
all right. You want to get us out here?
Let's do it.
Yeah.
On this day, 1910. Check that. I got so many papers, I'm confused today. This is the right paper. On this day, 1842. What happened on 1842 on this day? Something significant.
1842. I don't know. 20 years before the Civil War.
Why does it say that? What year did Mount St. Helens erupt?
That was 82.
So it also erupted on 1842.
Really?
Yeah.
Weird.
Let me fact check that real fast. I thought that sounded weird. Mount St. Helens eruption, 1842. Yeah. Mount St. Helens.
So
It says right here.
interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
It wasn't like the eruption.
That happened in 80.
Right. It
I want to
erupted
say
in
81.
42 and 43.
Huh.
And covered the country as far as Vancouver and the Dalles with ashes in 1842.
So 1842. The gold rush was 49.
Yeah.
So there wouldn't have been many people out here in 42.
No.
Yeah.
No. But there's like some historical information, like a reverend wrote like a book about that particular explosion. 1908 on this day, the first U.S.-Japanese baseball game ever. The All-Americans defeated Waseda U 5-0. and Japan and America, the two biggest sports. I mean, pretty much.
Yeah.
Baseball. That's the one
But
thing we have in common.
it started
with
in the
Japan.
U.S. I wonder how did it get to Japan so quickly?
I have no idea, but Japan loves baseball.
Right,
man.
yeah.
They love baseball.
Well, and Japan players are big feeders for the major leagues.
Not big feeders.
They are feeders.
I mean, we have like a few Japanese players. It's not like South America. Like every other player in Major League Baseball is South American.
Really?
There's only a few Japanese guys, few Koreans, but it is huge over there. And it's kind of the opposite. A lot of guys at the end of their careers will go play in Japan.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Or they'll get their start. Even American guys will get their start sometimes in Japan.
Huh.
Cecil Fielder was a prime example of that. He hit 50 home runs in the mid '90s. He played in Japan for years before he came over here, and then he went back. Ichiro, if Ichiro would have played his whole career here, he would have had 5,000 hits.
Wow.
I mean, something stupid like that.
Yeah.
He had over 3,000, and he played his first like 7 or 8 seasons in Japan.
Right. Huh.
Yeah. 1954 on this day, the Humane Society was formed in Washington, D.C. 1963 on this day, U.S. President John F. Kennedy was assassinated by Lee Harvey Oswald while riding in an open-top motorcade in Dallas, Texas. And then that same day, Lyndon B. Johnson was sworn in as president because he was the vice president.
Yeah.
1986 on this day, 20-year-old Mike Tyson becomes the youngest heavyweight champion in boxing history when he takes the title from Trevor Berbick in round 2 at the Las Vegas Hilton.
Huh.
Yeah, he was young. He was like 20, I think, or 19. He
Yeah.
was just a baby. He's an interesting dude.
He
That
really
guy.
is.
He's all into DMT now, like the drug. You know? Yeah,
What
he's
is DMT? I don't know.
I don't know exactly. It's something that supposedly opens your mind. I think it's like
Is it
something
like
they get off the back
microdoses
of
of
some
mushrooms?
No,
That's
no.
something
It
else.
takes you to microdosing mushrooms is nothing like taking DMT. I don't know from experience. I know from watching people that are on.
Yeah.
No, it's like it's a hallucinogenic.
Okay.
It's a psychedelic or whatever, and it just, I guess, Mike Tyson swears by it, but he's also, a little bit off his rocker, I think.
Yeah.
And then 2018 on this day, I got sober. 5 years today.
Good stuff, man.
Yeah, absolutely. The #1 song in America on this day in 2003, Here Without You by Three Doors Down. That was a good song.
Yeah.
And then the quote of the day comes to you from George Eliot. It's never too late to be who you might have been. One more time. It's never too late to be who you might have been. George Eliot. Happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's it. No show tomorrow. Obviously, it's Thanksgiving. We'll be with our families. And then we'll be back next Tuesday, I think.
Right here, next Tuesday.
Next Tuesday.
Yeah.
Yeah, no sports going on for a while. Nothing up at EOU until after Thanksgiving break. And then they're going to go on Christmas break, which doesn't mean much for basketball, but for everybody else, they get to go home, and see their families. Awesome.
All righty. Well, thank you guys for following us and watching us. And happy Thanksgiving.
See you Tuesday.
Yep.